So I'd like to thank everybody for joining us this afternoon and taking the time out of an otherwise busy day and dealing with the parking challenges at 25 Corus Quay to join us this afternoon. Just a couple of housekeeping items that we're going to go through in terms of the format of our presentation today, and a few tips that will hopefully allow you to take a little bit more away from what we're trying to accomplish. So the three keynotes, if we could back up, we're going to start with CBRE with Raymond Wong. The next speaker is George Karras from RealNet, and then the third keynote is Larry Hummel from MPAC. At the end of each of those presentations, we're going to have a series of panelists. We have organizations represented from Thomson Reuters, PwC, and Ashler Urban, as well as a smattering of AEC professionals that are going to participate in the panel conversations at the end of each presentation. In terms of what the agenda looks like, we're supposed to start at 1 o'clock, so we're a couple minutes behind. We're going to take a break at 2:10, plus or minus, for bio break and refreshments out in the hall. We're going to try and resume at about 2:25. That's going to be a little fluid depending upon how we're doing for schedule. And then you're all invited to join us at 4:30 for a reception. It's going to be down on the main level in the atrium, and so that's going to run from 4:30 till 6 o'clock. Of course, it's going to be outside, not in the atrium. Thank you. So we do have the advantage of taking advantage of some technology. This was Iqbal's request that we'd spend as much time with our nose in our smartphones as opposed to interacting with other people in the room. So this is the Iqbal Nasser component of the presentation. There are going to be polling questions either during the keynote presentations or at the conclusion of. So if those of you that are so inclined, the text number to dial into is 37606. Don't confuse that with your response to the question. So after you text that particular number, then you're going to be asked to respond to the question with another texting, or you can do it online if you're so enabled. And then we're also going to provide for Q&A at the end of the panelist component. And there are mics at either side, or you can simply raise your hand if you're so inclined. And those questions can be directed at either of the panelists, the presentations, or anyone else in the room that you'd like to put on the spot to answer a question. And again, approaching the mics or texting the number in terms of general questions throughout is more than welcome or encouraged. And if you're so inclined, I know there's a few people that are into the social media thing, and you can tweet your friends on what you're doing this afternoon. Iqbal's probably going to be the pioneer in that. And then obviously a host of other ways to find out more about the wonderful things that we're doing at AEC from a social media perspective, and how to find out what we're up to.